In this episode, we're going to explore allergens and allergen roll-ups as they relate to specific raw materials, intermediates, finished goods, and constraints that are associated with products in X3. The example we're exploring today is when we want to add a constraint or an allergen to an egg product. Within the product master file, you can go find the allergen option or field. Within that option, you can simply bring up a listing of all of the noted allergens that are provided. And in this case, we're going to select the egg allergen, save this, and it's now associated with the product. At this point, we can save that to the product master record. From here on out, what we need to look at is where does that egg go into? And we know that in the recipe, it goes into an intermediate as well as a finished good bread. Within the intermediate, we can see that currently there are only 3 allergens associated with that from a given roll-up. There are no constraints. When we look a little bit further into the manufacturing bill of material, or the recipe, if you will, we can see that there are a number of different products as well as egg. On the right-hand side of the screen, we can simply do an allergen roll-up by clicking on OK for the given product. X3 will establish a log, and it advises us that the allergen roll-up is now EMNW, representing the eggs being added to the allergen listing. We can close out of here and close out of there as well. And now, when we go to the miscellaneous screen for various different products in the system, we can now see that the allergen annotation has been updated to reflect the egg. Likewise, when we go to the top level or the final product, which would be the bread, we can do the same thing here by going directly into the manufacturing bill of materials. At the same time, we can press the allergen roll-up, let the system go through all of the calculations to update the allergens listed against that product. Closing out of here, taking us back to the system, we can now see that X3 is now reflecting the egg being added to this product as well. In addition to allergen associations, we also have what are referred to as product constraints. Product constraints themselves are designed for, from a manufacturing perspective, giving us the ability to associate what we may want to mark as additional information or use for production scheduling. Closing out of here, when we go into the manufacturing bill of materials, we will see the reflection of the actual constraint and the bill of materials that can be used for future reference. This concludes allergen and constraint functionality in X3.